So this is how we have our puppy pen set up. We've had this set up like this since they were about 3 weeks old and climbing out of the kiddie pool that we were using as a whelping box. So this is the play area here. So we've got their bed and a toy, some blankets. We change out every day. And then we set up this little bar with some toys that are hanging. So there's a baby toy here and a little stuffed animal there, and they get to jump up at that. Hey,
They think it's fun.
Yeah. All right. So the reason for the hanging toys, one, they like it, and number two, they won't drag the toys into the pee and poop area. So that keeps the toys clean. And then we have the food dish here, and then we've attached the water dishes to the side of the pen. So also we do that to avoid them dragging it into the litter area and getting full of litter and gross things. So yeah, so that's how we have the play area set up. I had an old sheet of vinyl flooring, and so we laid that down so that if they have any accidents or just general dirty stuff, it made it easier to clean, so they weren't directly on the wood floor.
There's a tiny snake. There's a snake.
Yep.
That they chew on a lot. The face is already blown up.
Yeah, they kind of ate that little toy up. And so then we had these little wood panels that we just got at Menards. They're pretty cheap. And then we screwed them together just to extend the size of the pen area, and then also to separate the play area from the litter area, which helps them learn where you sleep and play and where to go potty. So they seem to be doing pretty well with it. So here is the potty area. So we have it fairly closed off just to keep that separation and to avoid them having accidents outside the litter box. When we first started, we had it fully open, and Annabelle, shh, quiet. When we first started, we had it fairly open, and we noticed that they had some poop and potty accidents right outside the litter box in that open area. So we kind of closed it off, so they're kind of forced to go into the litter box to do their business.
And they like to chew on the broom.
Yeah. So, and then you go in, and we have a long storage bin that we've been using. We tried a couple different things, some actual litter boxes, and then we tried a 2-bin system, and this has been shown to work the best. It's shallow enough that they can climb into it, but deep enough that they're not pulling litter out with them. I mean, they will track a little bit, but it keeps that to a minimum. And so since we've been using they've been really good about using it, especially for pooping. We haven't had a poop accident outside the litter box in quite a while, so it works, and yeah, they definitely use it. Now with puppies and dogs, if you're going to use litter, then it needs to be non-clumping litter. That's very important because the clumping litter, sometimes some dogs will eat poop, and if they do and it has clumping litter around it, that can clump up and cause a blockage in their system, which can obviously be very bad for them. So make sure if you're using litter to use non-clumping litter. I'll show you what we're using. It's actually pretty cheap. It was like $7 for a 40-pound bag of it. Now this is the litter scooper. We have that attached to the side of the pen, make things easier to scoop up. And then we have a garbage bag outside the pen. Make sure it's outside the pen or the puppies will scratch it and pop holes in it. And then we have the broom to sweep things out every day. Okay, so I'll back up here. And this is what we're using. It's just regular cat litter, but it's non-clumping, and it's like $7 for a big bag. And so that usually lasts pretty well. So you can sift out the poop and then just sprinkle some new litter over the top of it. And then we clean out the full box once a week or so. We did try, when we first started, we tried using dog litter, which is what this stuff is, and it ended up being more expensive. And because the pieces are large, they don't sift out when you try to use the litter sifter. And so we ended up using so much more of it, and it didn't attach to the poop or pee or anything. And so then the litter box got messy. They got poop all over their paws, and then they go and play, and we'd end up with poop everywhere. So I would not recommend using the dog litter itself. Go with the cat litter, but make sure it's non-clumping. All right, well, that's it.
And when you put your finger by their mouth, then they suck on it.
Yeah, they do. Thank you.